So welcome back to the Catch Every Dark Type Shiny in the month of March. We had a little bonus stream yesterday where we did a couple more, where we tried to finish our Scarlet run, but we didn't. So let's do the bonus thing that we just did in that episode, where we got ourselves the Larvitar. So we're just going to evolve that right up until it becomes a Tyranitar. We've got loads of candies to spare, let's be honest. That should do for the first bit. I don't know. Well, that was a bit too many. But never mind, it's better to have too much than not enough, right? It's never really going to be used in battle, but yeah. We decided to do the evolution in this game because, well, it's easier. Basically, sadly, Tyranitar is probably the worst of the shinies in this line. So there is that. We are a little bit earlier than normal because there is football on today. I would like to watch that. So that's the plan. Just 3 then, is that going to be enough? Yeah, that was 2 levels. I don't quite get how I've got 400 candies, but it's probably that machine, isn't it? The Pokeball lottery machine that we've been using a lot more than normal. Because that is just a boring shiny. Not gonna lie. So we'll put that in the box and we'll go and do the other thing we like to do at the start. Which is collect some eggs. I'm just double checking some of these 4 marks. Well, we did get a mark. We got a lunchtime mark. Okay. Yesterday we were trying to get ourselves a what were we trying to get? We were trying to get the Roaring Moon. And well, it didn't go too well. So we're going to start today with a box of Sprigatito eggs. Seems fair. So we do a full box worth. I just like to keep the Magmar in so I know which one is which, because we also have the Alola Meowth one. So technically we only need one of this line, so let's not worry too much about that. We'll keep on going. Now I got a little bit delayed because I was seeing whether I could multi-stream to YouTube, but it decided to delete all of the Twitch information, so I had to reconnect to Twitch. Been annoying, to say the least, but we're back. We will stick to this for now. We do put the VODs up on YouTube, so that's not a problem. And we will also look to see if there are any outbreaks, because they're probably going to be one of the shortest ones in this game. I always feel like I could go for a long time in this game. And I may do another one later, but Sunday there's always some good games of football. Well, for the next couple of months anyway. I haven't quite figured out the best time I like to do this. The only Sprigatito shiny I have ever had is on Go. Which is sad, but it happened, right? We got free Cocos yesterday, shiny. So we completed that line, which was lovely, to say the least. And if we could get this one done early, it would be fantastic, because I can save the rest for a grass day or grass challenge. But we know eggs are not good to everyone. I believe we're at something like 500 or 600, I don't know. So yeah, that's something we're going to have to face. As we said, we did a little spell in Scarlet, trying to get Roaring Moon and Larvitar to finish off that game completely. We did so many sandwiches for Roaring Moon, it's getting ridiculous. It's just not appearing for us, and it's really annoying now. So yeah, it's not looking pretty getting the Roaring Moon. I'm probably going to leave it till late, because now it's in an even more awkward position where I only need the Roaring Moon. I don't. The only other thing I could go for in there is a plain old stun key, because we got the stun tank in Legends Arceus as well yesterday. We did do a double stream yesterday, which was nice. And as you can see at the bottom, you see all of our shiny friends so far, which does include our Alolan Grimalai, as well as the Dino line, which was very good to finish that one off. Not gonna lie. Then we got a Mightyena, which was a bit frustrating. I would like to have got the Poochie first, but whatever happens, happens. We got Drapion, which was kind of important. That was one of the two main targets in Legends Arceus. Mostly down to the fact that they're only in one other game, and I've already got enough in Sword and Shield causing me problems, so we'll stick to that. Definitely stick to that. I haven't actually looked at what my outbreaks are today, so I'm hoping we get something good. Last couple, we had the Alolan Grimer last time, but we actually didn't get the two shinies in the outbreak. We got them afterwards, which was quite funny. I have a few that I would like to target today. I would like to have a look at getting Inkay. I think that one will be pretty good to get. As well as Morpeko. It's a nice simple one to go and get. Because if I get Morpeko, I can then go for Poochyena or Shiftry and Nuzleaf. So that works nicely for me. As I said, I don't think there's too many in but I can go anywhere. I just like to try and do one sandwich per map, which I think we're already a little bit behind on, if we're honest, because of my earlier delay, so we may only do two. But it kind of depends how well things go, really. If we get one out of here, it'll be brilliant as well, though. Yeah, as you can see, we've got the candies to handle any evolutions. So yeah, that's the target, really. I'm trying to commit to doing at least one box of eggs per session. I was tempted to do one at the beginning, one at the end, but I may do like a bonus double end one next time because of my time constraints today. But for the most part, this is why I don't really like doing the Masuda eggs. Like, easy to get them, pretty easy to hatch them, to be honest. It's just, you're not really doing much. It would be one that I would love to do when we're a little bit bigger and we can just chatter away. Because at the end of the day, I don't even need to look at the screen doing eggs. Rarely, I just need to walk around in circles. So there's that side of it for me, where I get. That's why I don't tend to do too many eggs. Somehow I've managed to wrap myself around my headphones. Never mind. So what else is here? Is it going to be nice to us today? No. The good thing is we only need one weed cat. And that was the full box, though. I wasn't going crazy. For once. So that is the bonus, at least. Alola Meowth, we need to do two. So it may be a case of actually breeding a couple more. They're all going to be new, so it doesn't mean too much. And as always, we do have our shiny giveaway box for people who want to spend channel points. Maybe one day we'll up it to gifted subs too, but I'm not sure where that lies with TOS. I'm sorry that I've managed to find another hauntingly empty noise area, but it seems to happen a lot. Now, for time-wise, this isn't taking too long, though, because, well, what is it? 2 rounds, and we usually start hatching. At least we don't have to worry about running into any wild pocket monsters. I've been still umming and ahhing about whether to do another shiny challenge or a Nuzlocke next. I'm very indecisive with what I want to do. Sprigatito. What I could do is, because we've done the dark shiny types, we could maybe look at doing the dark monotype challenge on this game. That would be an interesting spin on what we've just been working towards. Like, there is enough to get early on, especially with Kirakami as an option. Probably the hardest thing will be the late game, because the last 2 battles you really need to do are Gra, are fairy and fighting. But it's not terrible. Sadly, you can't get King Gambit till much later. Now, we wouldn't make it a shiny one, that would be too much work. But we could do the basics, couldn't we? If we just look at what you can get in the first couple of areas, like, you can get the Hound Dower, which will be crucial for the Bug Gym. You could also get Mastiff very early. I think you can get Murkrow relatively early. There's Nimble for low kicks. Poochyena we've mentioned. I feel like there's got to be more, but it's one of my requests is that you could actually sort the Pokedex by type. So if I want to find a dark type, I could easily just go and do that. And then the other side of this is I could just do the dark monotype run in Scarlet and Violet. Well, and Sword and Shield. It's there. Or we could do both at the same time. That would be even more interesting. Because then you would have quite a lot going on. Yeah, I think we're going to just stick to 2 sandwiches today. So I've got to be very selective that we get something really good. So if I did the monotype, like 3 days in this, 3 days in Sword and Shield, we could get quite a lot done. Get a lot of encounters. I feel like that could be quite fun. Because then like everyone can tune in on the Sword one or the Scarlet and Violet one. Like, we'll be quite strict with like level caps and everything. I know I've mentioned the potential of going into getting the DLC for Shield as well over Scarlet, which is probably one of the only frustrating things, because my Area 0 encounter would have to be Iron Jugulus in Violet, but in Sword I've got 2 choices. But as if I get that far, we've got a long way to go. There's a lot of good counters for dark types. Then also we can play with like Mimikyu, no, not Mimikyu, Spiritomb, should be quite fun. In this game I get Morpeko, so it's always a good one to use. And for endgame I could actually use all of the Swords of Ruin, or the Beads of Ruins. And technically all 4 are eligible, because they would be classed as static encounters. That's also quite fun, but they would be quite hard to catch, because Ruination is an annoying move to deal with. But we just want our little weed cat, I think is the thing we want the most. Yeah, that was bad maths. First time I've looked and we've actually had more than one egg. Well, we've only got, what is it, 14 eggs to go, and then we're done for today's run. And then we will look at our map and see where we can go. As we said, we would love to get something in an outbreak to start with, and then work our way back. That's the best one to do for me personally, because I'm on a bit more of a time constraint. But so far, every time we've done like longer sessions, we've got 4 in the first Violet and 4 in the first Scarlet, so we're doing okay. So it would be nice to go for something that could evolve rather than something that is just a solo, which goes against my request to go for more Peko. Sadly, you can't do multiple releases, you have to do one at a time. And they're all going to be released anyway, so I'm just as quick to do it this way. But might be slightly slower. But as I said, that idea of the monologue might be quite fun to continue in, like our idea that we were becoming a bit of a dark type trainer hunter. It's a type I'd never really properly used early on in the games. And I'm thinking more for the problem with Sword and Shield is I would be running Zigzagoon and nick it early on, maybe get a Purloin and a Nuzleaf. But I'm not. Oh, I think I can get a Pancham as well quite early. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what else I can get to make that a bit more flushed out for a team. I've got to really check through everything on that game. Like, I know more Pekos a little bit later. It would make the fire one quite difficult. But Pancham will be kind of cool to have. Never used Pancham or Pangoro, so that would be kind of nice. No, I may do some research into it, to be honest. There's plenty to work with. I'm quite happy to try, so why not give it a go, as they say. I don't know why, but those lights made it look like it was shiny. I know it's not, because I know what a shiny one looks like. Actually, was that? That was toe. Maths. I knew it was where they end, but I forgot that bit. I really did. And another plain old spaghetti door. It's kind of why I'm torn between like a mono type Nuzlocke to continue this trend. So it would be 1 month of shiny hunting a type, another month of mono Nuzlocking the type that we've just been spending time getting. I think that could be quite fun. But then I also just want to try and complete more of my shiny hunting. There's a lot missing from my collection, and I would love to add a few more to it, if I'm honest. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. We're working our way to it. But our weed cats have failed us. I think we've only got more left. Yes, we've got 1 more box left, or group of eggs, and then we will start our proper hunting today. As we've always said, if we do get the shiny, we will save the rest for our grass hunt, which is a little way away, let's be honest. I've already made the decision that grass, fire or water will be one of the first we do in post ZA's release. Probably will be doing all three. It just depends how ZA plays out with shiny hunting. I would love it if it was as big and open as just Legends Arceus, but you never know with these games. You're either going to get something we're all going to worship and think is the greatest thing ever, or we're going to get something relatively bad. So, but as we said, we've got quite a few we would like to look at today. I don't really have any preferences. Like, I guess Pucciana would be kind of nice just to tick off the line, so I don't have to do that one again. But the one problem with Pucciana is the best place is only a night spawn. Being a night only spawn means one thing: if it's not night time, I can't hunt it, and I can't go to the other one because I don't want to run into another Mightyena. We've already got one dupe in this challenge, so technically we've caught 12 shinies, but we have 11 different ones. Unlike the most recent challenge, I am actually going out my way to evolve things to complete the lines like we did with Dino. We caught 2 Zoelos. With Grimer we caught 2 Grimers, we got a Skorupi, and we got a Larvitar, so they've all been evolved. But Stone Tank, Mightyena, all were caught in their actual forms. Stone Tank was quite a surprise in Legends Arceus. In the one map I hadn't really been using, I'd mainly been targeting the Cobalt Coastline, mainly for Skorupi, and the Mayalands for the outbreaks for Spiritomb. But somewhere along the line things fell in my favour and we got what we wanted quite early on. So we went the Mayalands mainly just as went to the Highlands just to see what some outbreaks in a massive mass outbreak was, and I think we had a stunky, didn't get anything, carried on running. Knew there was a little corner of the map still to peek. Thought we'd go down that line. It was the very last thing, so that was really good. So that was nice. We got something we needed. Yeah. As we say, we're kind of after a bit of a weed cat. I've never Masudaed the starters or got one from Masudering. I don't think I've ever hatched a game in a base console game that has been shiny. So, mainly because I'm too lazy to do most of this. Like, the only time I really bred was when I was trying to do my sword living dex and maybe a little bit of this living dex, or just to get the shiny charms. So that's kind of where we were with that. And that must mean we've finished. Yes, we have finished. I'm just running around for the sake of it. So we didn't get a weed cat, sadly. Just been 2 boxes. Like, we can't complain. That is 60. See, what we could also do is do the 2 sandwiches, then do the Meowth. Well, I'm going to see how well the sandwiches go, really. So, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more boxes of Sprigatito to do. So that's not too bad. And then we've got, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4.5 of Alola Meowth. These are free Coco because I was trying to breed them. This is the shiny giveaway box, so if anybody would like one, they're going to be here and available for people to select. You can see there's a few different ones, like mostly all my dupes. Again, I don't really mind giving things away. It kind of helps give back to people. These are just ones I did on the last challenge that I never actually evolve because I've got like the base forms, so they're here just to be evolved. And of course I have my Milcery and everything else. But this is our current selection, as we saw: Grimer, Muck, Iron Jugulus and Mighty Enera. This game, Dinos, Welos, Hydreigon, Bonnet, and a Tyranitar from Scarlet, and a Spaz Velos. So, not too bad. So let's look at this map. Anything interesting? We have Hunchcrow. That had to be the one, didn't it? The one that I've been working to complete in Legends Arceus is the dark type that appears. We will have to go and have a look at that one, really. Unless there's something really good on the other maps. And that has to be like one of the first ports of call. Noctowl. So that map's pretty nothing. Are we going to get Pyroar? No, we've got Blissey and Chansey. Of course. And, well, that is a very disappointing selection of outbreaks. So we're going to have to go and do this one up. We can't really turn down that. A fully evolved Pokemon is always going to be a prime suspect. A prime target to go for. We've just brought it back in from another game, so it should be fine. I should make the... I want to see what else is there. I don't think it matters too much. Actually, there is low kicks. That is not something I'm opposed to getting. Where is this really going to be hanging off the map? So is this it here? Oh, okay. Do we try this without a sandwich? Do we just go for it? No, we'll probably make a sandwich. We have to make a sandwich ready, don't we? Because then we can just get more. Can't make the sandwich when we're riding, can we? So our guide includes a sandwich guide. And we are just going to go dark, I think. Yeah, we'll just stick to the dark type one. Like, it's not going to make too much difference if I do this or flying, because we could get Bombardier as well, I guess, in the area. So we need the smoked fillet, salty, and pretty much anything. Just going to put that because I've got more. And let's see if we can get this Hunchcrow done. Let's see. Pretty quick sandwich. Bombardier would also be really nice. But I do believe this it should be like a bit more of a violet-y, bluey colour. Maybe purple one. Again, we're colourblind, so we kind of just make up the colours. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Put you all away, you can go back to rest, and we will go to hunt. Right. As we know, we're in Hunchcrow land. We know we should just beat a few up anyway, just to improve a bit of odds, I guess. We also get the Murkrows, which would be quite devastating. So we also know where our limit of area is, which is not bad. Like, well, but again, we don't mind if we did run into the low kicks. Or Bombardier especially, because that's quite a hard one to see from what I remember. I do think this is slightly more up the hill. Just a gimme ghoul coin, isn't it? Might as well go and do some attacking while you're here. Let's peek back this way. I am feeling like this is going to be quite a difficult one, to be honest. I don't even think we're close to the outbreak, to be honest. think it is more. They sort of said it's directly here, which makes me think it could actually be in here, but I can't quite get the angle right for that. What about this way? Gonna be in the wall? Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Maybe it is just sort of along this little area, and we kind of just go along as we go. What I can tell is they're all pretty much the same colour. What's behind me? They're all the same. Okay, not a problem. Like, we don't mind just beating them up. We've done enough beating up Mark Crow and Hunch Crow in the last couple of days. Because we were trying to perfect this in Scarlet and Violet. So we didn't have to... Well, so we could use that game to hunt. I'm not going to be upset if we get one here. No, we definitely don't want two. So if we get one, move on to the next archetype. I sort of wanted to go for Inkay. I saw it in another video and it's actually a really nice shiny that I've never actually hunted for before. So that's why I've kind of got a little bit of interest in that one. The lighting doesn't make this perfect for me. Doesn't help. Can this one stop chasing me, please? Unless you're the shiny one, then you can chase me all you want. But you're not. You're just a plain one. We don't want our plain Mark Crows or Hunch Crow. We want our shiny ones. Then the upper one's pretty obvious. I could go forward, be Sneasel just to tick it off. The main reason I haven't committed for Sneasel is if I do need to do a dark sandwich in Area 0, it could be easy to find there. But that's a problem for another day, because that's not what we're going for now. We're going for our crows. The other thing is there may be a Umbreon out here actually. Might be worth just going for a flat out Umbreon. It does feel naive not to go for the one that's in an outbreak, just because of the pure numbers you're going to see. I would climb up and have a look to see whether they're just on the other side of the map as well, but I don't want to. This would actually be easier to evolve in here, because you get endless amounts of stones. Over the years we've just collected so much. It's like a little garbage bag of just endless amounts of stuff we will never use. It's crazy how much we've managed to collect. The only thing I will say is I will be very disappointed if we don't get a single shiny today. Well, I'm kind of torn between this one and just carrying on. And going for something even easier, so low kicks I know is really easy. We got one in the past when we were doing our last little challenge. We were just doing any shinies, weren't we, with our sandwiches. And it was one that we picked out as quite a nice one to go for. I'd had Nimble from a real random encounter, Nimble. I was doing a bit of research for the Soul Link I was doing, just to see where some borders were. And out of nowhere I sort of fell into a shiny Nimble. So I really wasn't expecting. But again, it was a really nice shiny to get. Like, this game has some of the best and some of the worst shinies, but we're only going to focus on the positives. So, like, you've got low kicks, which is great. You've got Tarantula, I love, and I finally got one. I even think the evolution's not terrible for shiny. It's a bit boring, just not the best designed Pokemon, but shiny wise, it's a nice shiny. I think still. So low kicks is relatively easy to find because it's like a big green thing. So I'm not too worried about finding that. The only Murkrows I've ever had are actually come from PLA. I have never really hunted for them in this game. Didn't see much of a point because of it. Well, didn't really need to. Yeah, that's probably the best way. Like, we could find a Bombardier, that would be amazing. So I know how trash Bombardier's shiny is. Yeah, you heard me, I said you've got a trash shiny. But that's another problem, right? It seems like they don't really know how to do white shinies. I find, like, any Pokemon that is white, they always seem to mess up their shiny. You look at Tandemaus, that's an awful shiny. And a few others like that. Like, because if we don't get this, we're gonna probably just go to like the mainland area and see if Umbreon can turn up. Because Umbreon would be a very nice shiny. I've never, again, had an evolution. Well, actually, we got Sylveon. Keep forgetting I got Sylveon. We caught Sylveon fresh, not even. It was actually up here in one of these outbreaks. That's how little I remember of that one. It's because the shiny's not that interesting. For a colourblind person, anyway. For a non-colourblind person, it's probably a lovely shiny. So now we're officially at our so-called best odds. Will it turn up? I'm thinking no. I feel like we've missed this chance. But then I also think there are more higher up here. So let's just have a peek at the top. Are there some here? No, it is actually exclusively down there. That is very strange. Because all we've got is low kicks and bombardiers. Not a bad place to come afterwards though. If we want the low kicks, that is. Well, we do, because it's a dark type. We are getting every single dark type. That is my challenge, that is my quest. It's not going to happen because you're not flying off the edge. Yep. Go. Beat up this one, and the next one. We're just going to do this until the outbreak's gone, then if we miss it, we missed it. Doesn't bother me. I'm not one of those people that gets upset when I miss shinies. To me, I'm just lucky to be trying my luck at this. And if it works out well, it works out very well. If it doesn't, well, we tried. I think that's the best way to put it. We started with nothing, we can leave with nothing. Are you shiny bombardier? Nope. Again, we would have to be very careful with the flying types because they may decide to use Brave Bird on Maker's Own Grass and fighting. And the recoil. Yeah, could get pretty messy. So there are some in the wall. It is happening. It is happening. The nightmare is happening. So I've just seen it attack something in the wall. But as we sort of said, it was quite a horrible outbreak, to be honest. Like, we haven't quite finished it yet, so we'll go back, have another one-off look. I think we must be right near the end, if we're honest. Like, it does look like they're just like in here somewhere, but I can't quite get the angle for that one. And it's daytime now, so that may make Umbreon a bit more difficult to find. Just fine. Okay, so it has finished, and we didn't get one here. Well, that's not a problem. We still have like 17 minutes on the sandwich. We'll just go out here. I don't know whether Umbreon appears during the day. I'm pretty sure it won't. So we'll stick to that theory for now, and we'll just go and have a little drive round. We still get more Murkrows and stuff. They all look pretty normal. We'll just try the Hunchcrow. What else can we find here? Murkrows, they all look the same. Don't they? There's not one there. So we'll move on to the next area. Bombardier, as I said, is going to be a bit more difficult. So my theory will be to go right over here, because this is where we found low kicks last time when we were doing our challenge, which is that thing there. We would like to get that. It is a green boy. It's a very strange Pokemon, to be honest. I feel like low kicks is one of the ones that's sort of one of my backup safety net ones, where if I can get it, it would be lovely. Now, I think we did it as a bug though when we were over here last time. So it's not going to be as easy with Bombardier. Like, I've got to figure out how I'm going to figure out what a Bombardier looks like. I feel like we hope for an outbreak or go for Kitakami for it. I'm also tempted just to go and get my Morpeko, because I know that that's a pretty easy one to see. As I said, because I've done it here with just a dark sandwich, I'm not getting just the low kicks which I thought I would. I know Morpeko is going to be the only thing to turn up in the other area, so not that bad. We're going to go and get ourselves our Morpeko, I think. Which was just like around here, which wasn't too bad last time we were trying this one, so let's go for it again, really. Yeah, so as we said, we're definitely only doing 2 sandwiches today. We also have the Hound Hours, which is pretty easy shiny to see, but we'll probably come back to that at a later day. It's a bit easier at night. So we know that these are basically yellow. Not yellow, white when they're shiny, that yellow streak in the middle. Get rid of the Clefairy. We don't want Clefairy. we did get one in the last challenge as well. It was pretty quick as well. It's one of the few areas where they get a bit more isolated here. So it's not too bad to look for. You just got to have a quick glance to see whether it's yellow or white in the middle. It's worked well for me in the past. I feel like it will work well again. The only difference is it may be one that's slightly easier during the night. Less lights to trick us. I think that's the main spawn there, so we're gonna just reset those. They gone yet? Yeah. So now we should get a few more. You're just a yellow bay, so are you. What about this lot up here? Are we going to see a little white streaked Morpeko? It is one of the strangest Pika clones. It's not a terrible Pokemon, if we're honest. It's got its charm to it. I do like its ability to change to just pure dark type as well after each turn. It adds a little bit of difference to what you'll be doing with the Pokemon itself. When it comes to battling, really. So this is a little one that we could use in our mono type lock if we did one for our new dark friends. Oh no, they're all coming after me. Run! Run away! Get to safety. Let's respawn you then, so we can get our white one, please. Because it was quite funny, because last time it literally just ran up to me. And when I was saying how easily it should be to find the white version of it, I turned around and there was one right there, running straight towards me. And it was one of my quickest hunts in the last sandwich challenge. See, is that it there? That looks like it there. It's a pretty easy little hunt. And that is our shiny Morpeko. We will do the basics to quickly get it contained. We are going to do it the boring way. I don't know if it changes type if it's not. Yeah, it does if it's a sleep. I didn't know if it would only do it if it was a move. So, well, I'm pretty confident this has no recoil moves, so it should not be difficult to catch. We've caught a few in the past. The only thing we have to remember is the balls reset in order. And we do like to put everything in luxury balls when it comes to our shiny friends. And that was a nice easy catch to start our hunts for today. One I believe is going to be easy enough to clip. Just have a quick go at this. Can we get this to be here? Apply and move back a bit more. Before that seems good. And that is our shiny Morpeko. We'll just save that for later when we do some more sharing elsewhere for content, because we need to make sure we put stuff out for people to see. And we just need to change the number now, don't we? To say Where are we? 12. So that's good. Now I'll just see how much longer we have on the sandwich. See what we do next. We still have 8 minutes. I'm going to go and have a look at Nuzleaf again. I've done okay with isolating Nuzleafs here. So I feel like if we can get lucky and get one, we'll stick to it. But otherwise we're going to probably look at Inkay next. Seems like it's going to be a good one to go for. The other thing that's quite good here is you do get a few sea dots. Including the one that runs into me. Of course, one decides to run into me. Which are pretty easy to spot. It's the Nuzleafs that we really want though, with our Nuzleaf and Shift Tree potentials. We have got Nuzleaf once here before. Why did it not like that one over there? It's definitely a normal one. It is one that can get a little bit tricky with the lighting though. Because it's more of like an orange. From what I remember. The sea dots just have like a light coloured hat. It's much easier to see. But we're not hunting for sea dots. Well, if we get one, we get one. But our main hunt is for the Nuzleafs, which we've had better, we've had worse odds, shall we say. What's this one? Okay. But I've been trying to do this one for a while now because of my attempts to get Dex 365 done. Amazingly, Shift Tree still hasn't been done from what I remember. So, yeah, we've kind of been trying to do this. We were over here mainly to do the Nuzleaf, which I believe we did get. I can't remember if it was my entry or someone else. Well, if I got one, I would have entered it as Shift Tree, wouldn't I? Let's be honest. Why would I not? But you never know. And the other time we came over here, we actually phased onto something that wasn't a dark type when we got Hoot Hoot. Of all things. That's right, we're only going to do like 2 sandwiches today. Because we want to watch some of the football. But I may come back in the evening, it just depends how I feel. We did our second session yesterday, which was a lot of fun. We didn't really get much, but it was a lot of fun to do a second session. Because eventually, when I'm that little bit more confident, I may start doing like longer sessions. Which one are you after for us to get? The Mastiff or the Houndour? Houndour. Okay, we'll do that for the next sandwich. We've got 4 minutes left here, so we'll do this one and then we'll go and do those ones. Why not? Because we got our shiny, so I don't really want to go somewhere else yet. And that is our Nuzleaf, which, you know, we're going to try our luck straight into a luxury ball, see if we can catch it full health. No, okay, that was worth a shot. I'm just being a little bit more cautious that it doesn't have recoil moves. Ooh, it has a psychic move. That's not very nice for a dark type. Why have you got those type of moves? Wow, you're going to be difficult, are you? Did not expect you to be the difficult one. I am finding some Pokemon are more unnecessarily difficult compared to others, and this is one perfect example. I'm still just going to wait to see what moves it's got before we commit to doing any more damage, because we don't have to worry about the ball total. Like, there we go. Easy catch, right? So that is a Nuzleaf added to our collection. We do technically need one more. I'm hoping it will get dark on this map soon, because it's a little bit easier to hunt for Houndour and Dooms at night than it is during the day. That's the one thing I have found with it, so that's the main reason why. Just finishing off. Oh, I find that the main area up the coast here is actually pretty easy for it. I've tried the inlet grotto and I found it a bit more frustrating in the past. Due to lighting and not seeing many. When you go up and down that area, I've seen so many in the past. That's why I like that area, being a little bit more friendly for me. Because I actually caught one in, I think it was my last challenge, and it actually had the rare mark on it, which was really good. So I have a rare mark Houndour, but I didn't evolve it. But that's what I found for me to be easier. I'm not going to do fire on that cave though, on that path. I won't be able to do that one because it's not a dark type. I'm only focusing on catching all of the dark types this month. It will be put on the list for when we need to do fire, but I can't remember if that's the psychic one or the ghost one. It'll also be on that list. But as for what I'm trying to do for my challenge, we're kind of trying just to stick to one type. So that's one of the types I want to... Yeah, Houndour, it will get done. Houndour, it will be done next when with sandwich is finished. It's just easier if I can finish one sandwich and then go on to the next one. Because I'm only doing 2 sandwiches today anyway. So I thought we would come and... We've been looking at this one a couple of times. But we haven't had that much luck because we kept going by Puccianas as well. Kept getting a bit distracted by a couple of different ones, to be honest. So we'll go and do Houndour next. But I will go up that infernal pass for it. That's where I found the last one. And I don't really mind that area. It's relatively easy because you get the what do you call the packs, so it works out quite nicely for what we want. Okay, so we finished this one. Yeah, as I said, they'll get done eventually. It's just they're also extremely hard to do. So I'm saving, as we say, each month will be a different type as our main target. So, as I said, this month is all the dark types. And so far we have 13, so I think we're doing pretty well. Considering we haven't been doing really long sessions, and Scarlet and Violet, no, Sword and Shield is making it very difficult for me. We still have 0 off Sword and Shield, annoyingly. But we did get our first Legends Arceus ones yesterday. The one that's been causing me the most trouble is Roaring Moon. I will put Nuzleaf and Morpeko on for the next session. I build the overlays between each session, so I only put the totals up as I go. That'll do. But we don't need C dot either. C dot. We didn't get a C dot. We only got Morpeko and just plain Nuzleaf. I still need to decide whether I'm going to keep it as a Nuzleaf or make it a shift tree because it's needed in another challenge that I'm doing. But where I help try and collect the Pokedex in regional order. We're currently on Hoenn and there's a few left, so I believe that's on there. If I did fire sandwiches here, I would end up with all of Slugmire and Litwicks, which we don't want. So that's why I picked Dark. It doesn't make as much difference for if we do go to the Inlet Grotto either, because, well, it's only ground and normal there, so. But I know this is sort of a more lighter colour. As I said, I found one casually strolling up here just to waste like 10 minutes at the end of another sandwich in the past. I think we had done maybe gone for a dark one, but I can't remember, to be honest, but we got it and that was the important thing for me. I needed it, I wanted it, and well, as I say, I didn't even realise it was a rare mark and how rare a rare mark actually was. That's how much of an amateur shiny hunter I am. I still don't know the best or the worst. So the good thing is, by having one Nuzleaf, I can now use that as a finish off a sandwich area, rather than put too much focus into it. Which is probably a good thing and a bad thing, to say the least. Let's be honest, some of them you like just as a little bit of a backup to finish off. And that's a perfect example of one. So, yeah. But as we said, we know this is sort of like a light bluey colour, or not, more of a dark bluey colour rather than the black that it normally is. Again, probably the wrong description, but as a colourblind player, I make up the colours that stick out for what I'm seeing. And we've got, as we said, we know when they're in packs, they're a lot nicer to hunt. Look at the big one there. What's going on there? Hello, Archie. How are you today? Welcome to our attempt to shiny hunt every dark type Pokemon. We are currently on 13. I could try. What's up? I don't tend to do like trades though, because I don't want to put the account online at the moment, because I just don't want all of the boards put on. No, they're not going to. First of all, they don't help me with my challenge, and secondly, they just get in the way. it isn't as bad to get all the stuff for the golden goes. If you look at, I believe on YouTube, someone called Austin John has put a guide of where to get all of the Gimme Ghoul chests, and they are pretty easy to get. Like, also gives you a few more markers on the map, so it shouldn't be too difficult to finish off. That's what I found when I did it. Like, most of the time I just found them by accident, so hopefully that can help. But I don't have a golden goat in this save. It's all in home and everything. I've got coins galore, but I've never made a second one. I think I may have made a second one because I made the shiny one. But they're a bit annoying to get to, but once you find them, all the watchtowers, the best bit of advice is go and check it every couple of days and they should reset. That's what I found anyway. We will see whether we can find our Houndour. Is it going to be an annoying one? I would like to see more packs though, please. Is that little bit down there going to be a little bit easier, actually? Where is it? Yes, we're going to have a little peek down here. Or is it this path? Might be this path, actually. Because we could actually go forward and get the Houndoom. Bit flatter as well. Maybe here will be better. Pretty sure you're going to be the same sort of blue, right? And what is down there? That's not, that's a Staravia or a Staraptor. But good luck with your golden go hunting. Magikarp could count by accident, I guess. Okay, the other bit was a little bit better, but there's still more area down here, right? You can tell I've never been down here on this save. There's actually items I still have not picked up. It doesn't help that Golden Go's one of the rarer ones to get as well. So not many people are going to keep spare ones of it. If we're honest, like, it is a pain getting them, but once you've done it, it's not as difficult as it looks. But let's focus on what we're here for. We are here for Lord Wes's Houndour. Or Houndoom, depending on which one shows up first. I'm happy that we've actually got two, because I didn't really know how today would go, considering I was already running a little bit tight for time. I knew that I was not going to be getting as many as the last time we came shiny hunting in this game, so to get two was really good. If we could get the third, perfect. But we're not going to be overly ambitious that we'll definitely get it. I think that's the best way to put it. as we said, with the challenges, we don't really mind as long as it's something we need in this type if people want to suggest ones in the future. So they're all going to have to be done eventually. So let's stick to that idea. Any more up here? Oh, we get the big ones up here. How about here? Okay, so we can keep jumping a little bit. So theoretically, you can get all the way to the top just with the extended jump. That's nice to know. As we said, we try to learn a little bit as we go in these games. Each playthrough, each time I come to these maps, I tend to find a new area that I never went to. But then that also plays, I think, into a bit of one of the problems with the game. There are plenty of areas you never thought to even look at because there was nothing worth going there for. So I do prefer this path down here, really, if we're honest. It's got a little bit more to play with, I think. More spawns, less rocks, even if we just do the first bit. Don't come up and down to the very... What that? Nice watching. What are they watching? Or was it just me they're watching? And this one and this one. That's going to be it. We're not going any higher. We only went this high because there was quite a few spawns. And we'll just head back down again. It seems to be a nice little route. Like, it's nice when you can find what you call a comfortable route to go around the map in. Nothing here, sadly. A random Star Raptor. Wrong game to harass me in. You're not in Legends Arceus at the moment. But our little dogs are not appearing to us. This one's not as clever to go this far because of the wall of spawns, I guess. But we do get more Houndooms a bit later on. It's not... It's difficult. Because this little corner seems to be really nice. I really want to not do picnic resets on today's little bit. We did a lot yesterday for our Larvitar and time before for our Dino. I want to try and walk away from doing too many picnic resets. They don't do enough to improve our chances, I don't think. It's just as easy to walk and respawn stuff. I know there's some really good areas we've seen here. Like this little area was really good. If we're honest, but... Nope, you are a normal one. Man, you're chasing me. You're already going through rocks, so I don't think you're going to be much help. If this little pond wasn't here, this would be a lovely little route to do these. But the pond takes over too much, and it's a little bit frustrating. Anything down there? So we'll do our little go to the top and work our way down again route and see how much luck we can get. It always feels like this is one of the Pokemon that didn't get the love it probably should have when it came out. Because by the time you get one in the game, you've already as good as finished the game when it comes to your Gen 2 games. But then when you come into this game, it's one of the first things you can actually encounter, which is very interesting. Guess they got to give you a fire type because the first two gyms are what, bug and grass. So, but then the grass one isn't as easy as you would imagine because you have the pseudo Wudo. Okay, we'll fall off the cliff. Okay, we'll run into the dog as well. How long is left? 15 more minutes. Yes, that's perfect. I guess the time we found the other one was very lucky. I'm guessing that's kind of what happens sometimes. You just sort of peek in and find it before you walk out. But we don't mind, right? We'll get there eventually. Like with most of these, they will appear when we least expect it. Knowing me, I'll fall off the cliff and find a bombardier. Well, there is more this way, so we're going to have to go this way. We're definitely far enough away from that one to not run into it. That's a disappointing one. At least it moved it further away, I guess. Magikarp really is trying to get away, isn't it? What's here then? Is that one? Nope. So, hi guys. Do you want to talk about joining the team, but only if you're a bluer colour? I guess that's the rule that they've got to learn. They can only join the team if they're blue. I like this little area. Not got anything I need, but it's a nice little area for a lot of spawns. By doing that, we get more chances, I guess. But I think I'm just going to stick to the other side of the pond, actually. It seems to be a little bit more creative, more spawns. And, well, a bit more contained, to be honest. Just looks nicer for it. It looks like one of those last levels the bonus levels in Snap, to be honest. There are some fun ones to get, like some really easy ones to do, which is kind of what I want to get to. Some of the easy ones on the longer ones. As we said, we want to sort of pluff the numbers a little bit. And we know tomorrow is going to be difficult because it is Nickit Day. But for now, we will stick to this. Now it's raining. I don't know if that decreases the fire types or not. You get like 2 packs there. That's nice. Now in my luck I've missed one of these just because I've looked and thought that's right, but nope. So I was quite surprised when I saw it and how noticeable it was before. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it a second time. I wonder if I'll get really lucky and get like one of these hordes with 2 in again. Just in some point of this challenge. Because it was ridiculous when we got that with our Nacleys. Right, what's left? 10 minutes. Not great, I'll be honest. But I guess we know that's what's going to happen occasionally. That we've seen it with our Roaring Moon frustrations, shall we call them that? Where we were doing 4, 5 sandwiches and we still have not found a Roaring Moon. But we found 3 Zuelos. It's a little bit frustrating. What's that one there? Oh, nope. So I'm tempted just to do a couple of the picnic resets, just to give us a couple more spawns there, because it's been really good in that corner. Wait a minute, is that? No, that looks normal. One of them looked slightly different. And I guess that was just my mind playing tricks on me again. Why didn't you want to attack? Breloom, do your job. They've also figured out we won't have time to do the Alola Meowths at the end today. Sad, but we'll do the extra lot in the next one, which will probably be Wednesday? I think Wednesday is the next time we come here. Yeah, because it's Sword and Shield, well, Sword tomorrow, PLA Tuesday, and then this on the next day, which is Wednesday, and then one more run in Sword and Shield on Thursday. Before we take the Friday off to rest. / probably be in the cinema all day. But for now, we are running low on time. We have not found our shiny Houndour. A bit disappointing. But we did get 2 off the last sandwich. Actually, it was the first sandwich, and we didn't spend too much time on them because we spent like the first 15 minutes when a Hunchcrow outbreak, and then we found more Paco within 2 or 3 minutes, and then we got ourselves a Nuzleaf. That was good. It was good for time-wise. So that's the positives, shall we call them, just to see how well we're doing. Now, I'm really hoping I can get some luck in Sword tomorrow. I really do. I don't really care which one, it's just as long as we can get one, just to check it off the mark a little bit. I'm not sure how much time I want to spend in there either, because when you're not getting anything, it's kind of slow and difficult to enjoy. But I will say, doing one session, then stopping, and then doing another one was not the best idea yesterday. Where is my shiny Houndour? And are you going to be friendly today? We've got everything but the one we want, really. But all we know is if we don't find one, it just means that next time it won't be first on the list. That's how I'm going to probably treat most of them. Like one way of doing it is I could go and get a lot of the more difficult ones. So I feel like I might spend a bit of time in Tagtree Thicket because there's Impotent, Hornyard and Zeror. We need all of them, so why not start there? Doesn't matter which one we get. I believe there's also Murkrow at night, so it's a really good area to really look around for the shinies, at least. But the question is, do I make this Nuzleaf a Shiftry and enter it into Dex 365? Or do we just continue to wait and maybe get Nuzleaf next time? But I don't think we're going to get Lord Wes's Houndour today. Yeah, probably next time. Or late in this month. As we said, we are on, what, the 9th, and we have 13 shinies. So we're about on track for what we need to do. There are going to be a few longer sessions. Legends Arceus is going to be a lot more targeted. Now that we've done a lot of the Dex entries, we don't need to do as much exploring. Like, as we said, we've got one of the difficult ones in Skorupi. Yes, we still need Spiritomb. but it's not the most difficult thing to get. Well, it is and it isn't. I always say that I got mine really early when I got my shiny Spiritomb first time round, so that is something that will be put in the spare Pokemon decks. Just quite ridiculous to think about. That somebody could claim a free shiny Spiritomb with their channel points. Or for gifted subs. I think I may put the spare shiny Rayquazas up for gifted subs and stuff like that. There was a reason why we went and got 4. There's 4 people who might not have been able to get one. And everybody deserves a chance to get a shiny legendary, right? I would just like to find a good way to make it fair for everyone. So, yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting this Houndour. Which is fine. We didn't think we would get that lucky. We got too lucky on the last one, really. But never mind. We'll come back for this one in the future. We know Houndour is achievable, shall we say. We'll just check the little ones around here. We got little Spoinks now, so Spoink A tier shiny. Can we just point that out? Right, we'll fly home. Put our friends away. And look at our big total, and then we will look to finish for the day. So it's not been too bad. We've done like a good hour and a half. We got 2 shinies. That was kind of the goal. And our 2 shinies were Nuzleaf and Morpeko. Just check to see whether they had marks. Nope and nope. So yeah, I feel like today's been pretty good. I hope you did enjoy seeing some of our shinies. And next time I will look to probably be in Sword, looking for Galarian Zigzagoon or Nickit.